Well, that was abrupt. I didn't mean to cut it off quite like that. Oh, hey there, and welcome to the Lunch Crunch. I am Jake at The Wizard Marketing, and today we are going to spend our lunch break talking about hashtag research. Now, you might say, well, why would I want to do social media? What's the point? And you know what? It can be daunting. There is a lot of activity on social media. In fact, the latest statistics that have come out have said that social media posts' lifespan, the period of time at which it is relevant, is 18 minutes. Whoa, that's crazy. That is so quick. Now, there's a couple exceptions to that rule, and we're going to kind of go through a couple of those today. We're actually not going to talk too much about the actual content you want to post. We're going to save that for another episode of the Lunch Crunch. Instead, today, what I really want to focus on is getting your content seen into the right hands through hashtags and hashtag research. So the agenda for today for our Lunch Crunch is this. What are hashtags? Why are they important? And how do you leverage them to build your brand and business? Those are the three things we're going to be covering today. So let's just dive right into it. What is a hashtag? Well, a hashtag is a word or a phrase that you attach to a social post, which allows people to find posts with the same hashtag. If you are not an avid social media consumer, you might not realize that you could be finding more content relevant to the things that you like simply by following hashtags that you like. The history of hashtag is it started on Twitter. Of course, it appropriated the pound symbol or the number sign as maybe an older generation would understand it. It is now officially the hashtag. Everybody in the probably 40 and below calls it hashtag now, just because Twitter kind of ruined the symbol for us. But Twitter still kind of does it the best. Now, we'll be focusing a little bit more on Instagram later on because that realistically is the best platform for you to be accessing. But let's take a quick look at Twitter and see what and how they do hashtags. So right off the bat, I'm on Twitter. I'm not on my home page. I'm actually on the Explore page here, and I'm logged in. And they are trying to show me content of what's going on and certain other things. So you can see right here off the top, they're trying to get me to look at some hashtags. So these are the top trending hashtags right now. So not dying for Wall Street. Let's see a couple more of the top trending ones. Cuomo briefing, Lynchburg, my COVID story. Obviously, a lot of stuff to do with the virus is going to be pretty popular right now. Christy Alley. So anyways, it's trying to leverage this, but let's choose a different one. Let's say that we want to look at hashtag marketing. Okay. So there is no limitation on what you can put a hashtag on. In fact, Instagram and people who are Instagram influencers and things like that know that the limitation is 30 hashtags. That's so many hashtags. But if you put a hashtag on it, it can be found. So we're going to go ahead and look at hashtag marketing, okay? And right off the bat, Twitter is presenting us with some quick information. So the people who post, top people who post with this hashtag, look, there's me. And again, this is trying to be a little bit more relevant to me. So it's obviously going to show me. And that's going to show some of the top posts with the hashtag marketing on it. So let's see, like here's this John G. Watson, spruce up your web technologies. Promotional products is posting a little thing. And there's has a little motion on it that's kind of cute. tips to improve your Instagram marketing strategy, ironically posted on Twitter. So, this is a very open hashtag. Okay, we can even just go and see like the latest posts. So these are the ones that are just coming out of the gate. So you can see we're even getting some alternate language, stuff, because it's just going off of when it was posted, 21 seconds ago. This hashtag, obviously, marketing is going to be a bigger hashtag, and we'll explain, doing some research on choosing the right hashtags later. But it's going to be very active. Okay, so now that we kind of know how hashtags work and what they're doing for us, we can start to leverage this content aggregator drink time. This episode brought to you by Coke Zero. All right. There you go, Coke. You owe me $5, I think, probably. Or maybe not. I don't know. So, now that we know how to leverage the aggregation elements of hashtags, we can start to figure out how to use hashtags and kind of some of the rules around them. So the first thing we're going to need to do before we actually post something is we're going to have to figure out some hashtags that make sense for us to use, all right? And there's a few ways that this can be done. So the first thing is that there are websites. There are tons of tools you can pay for that will help you do hashtag research. I'm actually going to show two of them to you today. Now, total transparency, I actually don't pay for these tools. I use their free elements because that's enough, in my opinion. If I was a massive conglomerate looking to control social media airwaves and really get the widest spread I can see maybe paying for some of these services. But in general, I don't pay for these services. So let's take a look at them. The first one that we're going to look at is called Hashtagify. All right. And what this tool does is it gives us some general statistics around some hashtags. Now you can pay for this. Track your own Twitter account. This is specifically for Twitter, but there's a lot of bleed over, and they have actually added Instagram recently, but we're going to go ahead and just use the Twitter function for right now. So just to kind of stick with our example, let's go ahead and stick with marketing. Okay. So if we do a search for the hashtag marketing, they're going to try and sell me on their product here. But then if I scroll down a little bit, it's going to give me some statistics that I may be able to use to leverage, better posts for myself going forward. So the first thing I can see here is that we've got some popularity. It's 84.1% popular, which means like the most popular hashtag in the world is 100%. So 84 is really, 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 really high. Okay. You can see if it's trending. It's trended down a little bit, but I think people right now, amidst the stay-at-home orders, they're probably researching how to market their business because it's a great time to do that. So it's still kind of staying in popularity. Okay, we can then kind of scroll down here. We can see related hashtags. Now this, to be honest, is probably the part of this that I use the most. I love finding other hashtags related to what I'm talking about. And this is the part of the tool that I really like. So the way that this works is it's called a word map. And the size of the word is how much it correlates to the original search. Okay, so hashtag social media and hashtag marketing get tweeted together like a lot. Okay, same with business. A little less advertising, social media marketing, which is SMM, sales, digital marketing. These are a little bit less done together. We can also check popularity. So the larger the search term, the more popular. So job and jobs, very popular. Digital marketing is a little less than regular marketing. Social media marketing is about on the same page. SEO is about on the same level. So you can start to find and get a feel for other hashtags that kind of live in the same realm as the one you are looking at. Okay. Excuse me. Down here, we can see the popularity trend. Obviously, marketing is probably going to stay pretty static. If we were to go and look at, say, coronavirus, like let's go ahead and do that. This is going to pretty much be non-existent or very low and then swoop, pop up. All right, so you can see here, there it is. Bwamp, there it was 4 weeks ago. It took a massive spin up, and now it's, you know, one of the most popular things in the world. You know, so maybe even, you know, Zoom meetings. I don't even know if that's gonna be a thing. But look at that. Look at that popularity. No one ever tweeted the term Zoom meetings, and then boom, right out of the gate. So you can kind of get a feel for what is being used. And look at this. All of those tweets pretty much fall in the US. So this is a great tool. It gives you a very quick and free overview of what you might want to do. Now, a lot of people have local businesses, and they need some local focus on trends. So this is Trends Map. Okay, again, there is a paid version of this tool, but this will allow you to see some trends in your local areas. So as you can see now, we've got, you know, Tuesday Thoughts. This is kind of all in the Chicagoland area. We could even zoom in a bit more here. You know, up here, COVID-19, Powerpuff, must be a Powerpuff football game. I'm not sure. And these are just words. We can actually limit this down to just hashtags through the paid version. It gives you a little bit more of a dig, if you will. So this can be a tool if you're just looking for something that's maybe localized. You can find out what people are tweeting about. I don't use this as much because I tend to think that most people aren't tweeting too much on a local scale, but it can have some impact if you're looking to interact with some local events, things like that. So those are just two tools that I sometimes use. The third tool that I use, and probably I use it the most, is the platform I want to post on itself. A lot of these platforms have hashtag suggestions that will pop up as you type them in. And so utilizing those suggestions will let you know what it thinks is popular content in your region. So let's take a look at what that looks like real quick. I'm going to go over to Instagram, and I've just done, hashtag. That's what I searched for right here. But at the top, I can search for other hashtags. So you need to start it off with the pound symbol or the hashtag. And then we'll just start typing what we want. So we'll do marketing, okay? And what you can see here is that it's giving me a suggestion of other marketing related hashtags. So you can see I have marketing, marketing strategy, marketing digital, and I can see how many posts. So this is one thing Instagram does quite well, is the hashtagging, which is why we're going to spend a bit more time on Instagram itself, because they give me the data that I want, which is how popular is this hashtag. And the reason for that is about structuring our posts, and we're going to go into that here right in a second. I just want to kind of scroll through some of these. You can see marketing online. Let's see if we can get down to some of the less posted ones. Marketing coach, marketing strategies, ideas, marketing Brazil. Here's like a localized one, so you're starting to get narrowed down, and obviously there will be less and less posts the more narrow focus you have for the hashtag. So how do I build a post for hashtag optimization? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and bring up my iPad here, and on my iPad I have Instagram pulled up, and here's my Instagram feed, okay? And what I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and structure a new post. So I'm going to hit the new post button, and I already kind of made an image. Obviously, with Instagram, you have to post an image of some kind to go with your text. So if you're posting just in your feed, okay, this is what we'll go through, and then I'll actually show you an extra little trick on your story to maximize hashtags in kind of a shady way, but it works. So here's my post. I'm gonna hit next. I already kind of built this, and we're gonna go over creating images for social media at another lunch crunch. I've got a really sweet tool that's pretty much gonna streamline you. Again, remember, the lifespan of a post is 18 minutes. So if you're spending more than 18 minutes making a post, you're losing time. Okay? That's not entirely true. Obviously, you're impacting more than one person, so I don't care. I don't want to spend a lot of time making posts because they're going to come and they're going to go. All right? So I'm going to hit next. Bop. All right? And now we get into the caption portion of our post. So this particular post I wrote about hashtag balance, okay? And this is just kind of to follow up on our discussion today. So I'm going to flip this a little bit. You can't see that. You just still see my screen. I got a little keyboard for my iPad because, you know, technology, right? Hashtag technology. All right. So for our caption, what we want to do is we want to write something relevant, a sentence or two. Check out our latest lunch crunch. Sorry, I'm not a great typer. Latest, and we're actually going to hashtag lunch crunch. Lunch crunch. Yeah. All right. So look, on Lunch Crunch already, there's about 1,000 posts. Okay. So obviously I'm going to probably very quickly dominate this Lunch Crunch hashtag. Last eat. I don't want to last eat. I want to latest. Thank you. Autocorrect. On hashtag research on YouTube now. All right, great. All right, so we've got our little bit of phrase. Now, the way Instagram specifically sets this up is there's kind of a fold where only so much of your text is going to appear before it kind of scales it down and hides it. So one of the tricks that a lot of Instagram hashtag people do is they leave some spacing so that you can hide your hashtags. So you'll see this, you'll see enter, and then they'll put a period, and then they'll enter and put a period, and then enter and put another period. And now we've got some space from the top of our post down to our hashtags. Now we can start putting hashtags on it. So we'll do hashtag marketing. Okay. That's a great hashtag. It's going to pop up and it's going to go away so fast because so many people are posting on it. So now we want to actually choose those hashtags that we researched earlier. Couple of things to remember about picking hashtags. First thing is don't use the same 5 hashtags every single post, okay? It just makes you spammy. People realize it. It shows that you're not putting in effort. And the reason why that's important, not because I don't want you to waste time on social media, but because people can pick up on when it's phoned in. It is very obvious. When brands and social influencers phone it in, and people will lambast you. It's the internet. They're protected by distance, so they'll say whatever they want about you. So take a few extra moments and spend the time to really develop. Maybe you have a pool of 15 hashtags and you choose 3 or 4 every single time and you throw them, and then you cycle them up. That's perfectly acceptable. Just don't make it the same 5 in the same order every single time. So that's kind of the first rule. The second rule is avoid gimmicky stuff. It can still work if you're thinking about, Trending Tuesdays or motivational Mondays, things like that. You can get in on that for sure, but try not to, get in on too gimmicky of things. Just stick to hashtags that are good and focus on targeting your group. Okay. So third thing, we can add a lot of hashtags. All right. We can get up to 30 on Instagram. I think it's just a character limit on Twitter. We're going to talk about Facebook and LinkedIn towards the end, and why they are still important for hashtag. But we'll say that for a moment. We only got, 8 or so minutes left in the crunch. Let's crunch it in. All right. So we've got marketing. What else can we put? All right. Well, this is obviously, social media marketing. So we'll do SMM. All right. Because that's a popular one. Let's get our popular ones out of the way. Digital marketing is a hashtag. Okay. Look, there's going to be 1 billion on that. And maybe we'll do hashtags. Okay. Great. So we got some popular ones away. Now let's try and pick some more niche hashtags to target here. So we already had the lunch crunch. Okay, so maybe we'll do social or hashtag research. Okay, about 1,000 posts. That's fine. Okay, we'll do like social media marketing training. Okay, is this going to be good? That's kind of low. Maybe coach, social media marketing coach. Okay, look, we got a couple suggestions here. Small business coach. We'll go ahead and pick that one. Okay, that's got some posts. Maybe let's look at small business marketing. How's this one look? 307,000 posts. Okay, all right. Small business marketing tips, 5,000 posts. Let's pick that one. All right. And so you can see how we can start to find some vibe. Let's see if we can find a local one. Let's go with Chicago social. What do we got here? Chicago social media, 1,000 posts. Okay, whatever. Again, none of this hurts you. It goes out into the ether and it sits in this social hashtag aggregate amalgamation and just stays there until someone looks at it or doesn't ever look at it. Hashtag better marketing. Look at that. 1,000 posts. Okay, boom. We'll take that one. Hashtag. Let's do branding. Brand builders. What's that look like? 21,000 posts. Ooh, I like that a lot. Let's do that. Okay, so we got enough things. We'll go ahead and throw in hashtag the wizard, because maybe that's our little secret hashtag. There's 50,000 posts. Whatever. Yeah, I don't care. It's relevant if somebody clicks on it and they go to us and they see me. Hey, great. Whatever. And then we did put hashtag balance in there, so let's do hashtag balance. Hashtag balance. I don't know if there's going to be fewer than 100 posts. That's okay. We're fine with that. All right, so we got a bunch of hashtags. We've kind of structured our post. All right, so now that we've written everything, we can actually tag some people. In this case, we don't have anyone to tag, but tagging people can be great, especially if there's an influencer in your field. We didn't actually go over stalking influencers. That's another great way to find hashtags. If you know of someone in your field that is really good at hashtags, you can go and look at their posts and literally steal their hashtags. There's nothing wrong with it. Go ahead and steal those hashtags and use them for yourself. Okay, now I'm not going to repost this to anywhere else. I'm just going to send this to Instagram itself, which is fine. And I'm going to hit that share button. And there we go. That is in our feed. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, that looks so good. Boom. Hashtag balance. And you can see right there, it kind of cuts off my comment. Check out our latest lunch crunch on hashtag research. That's it. That's all I got in there. And that's fine. I don't need to see everything else. If I hit more, boom, look. Now I got all those hashtags in there. Now, another trick that some people will use, okay, here's a little tip, is, oh, we're running out of time. We got 4 minutes. Okay, we're going to squeeze these tips in. Okay, another thing people will do is they'll leave their post normal, and then they'll put all the hashtags in a comment. It doesn't change the results. In fact, I could go and add a comment of another hashtag I want to get this in. I could go ahead and hit comment and do hashtag hashtags with an S. Okay, great. And then hit 100, that, clap. I don't know. I don't, emojis still evade me. I'm still kind of old school. So, but there you go. Boom. Now I just added a whole other hashtag to it. It's going to show up in that feed. Okay. That's one little tip. Second tip, let's take a look at posting for your story. Okay. We're going to go ahead and allow these things real quick. And I want to jump in here. I'm just going to bring this in real quick. Okay. And what you can do is if you go to adding text, so let's do, where's my, there you are. Okay. Let's do hashtag, brand ambassador. Okay. And then what we want to do is we're going to actually grab this color grabber. And we're going to grab this kind of color that's out in my secret space out here. Hit done. And then I'm just going to take this and hide it. And look, now you can't even see that hashtag, but boom, it's in there. Okay. You can even tag people this way too. I know it's kind of shady, but you can absolutely do that to tag things in your story without making, if you want to get some tags on your story, it's another way to build it. I'm not going to post this right now. I don't need to. But that is that. So we've talked a lot about Instagram and Twitter today. We've got 2 minutes left in the crunch. I'm going to take a sip, even though it's going to waste 5 seconds. What a delicious sip. All right. We talked a lot about Twitter and Instagram. Okay. Facebook and LinkedIn. Let's take a quick look at these guys here. Okay. Facebook still uses hashtags, guys. They hide it. They don't want to, but they're not getting rid of the functionality. As you can see from my post from earlier today, let me scroll that up a bit. I've got hashtags in here. If I click on this hashtag, it's going to go to another hashtag list. Now, they kind of hide the content a bit more. Facebook isn't a super great hashtag resource, but let's go over to LinkedIn because this is really important for those of you who are business to business, B2B businesses. Okay, B2B businesses. LinkedIn is in its social media prime right now. Go on it and do hashtags, okay? Because people are starting to use this. Business people are starting to use LinkedIn like LinkedIn always wanted, okay? They've added enough features now. People are on there. They're looking for jobs. They're looking for businesses. They're reading things. It's a great way to connect with businesses, all right? You don't have to pay for it, but go in there, write a post, okay? I'm going to do a post here. Maybe I'm posting as the Wizard Marketing, and I'm going to say, hey, hashtag branding agency, that's me, okay? And it's going to bring in all these hashtags, and right now it's so good. As you start to type things about your post or whatever, it's going to even recommend you hashtags down here at the bottom, just like Instagram, okay? So get out there, use it for the B2B spread, post videos on LinkedIn. We'll talk a little bit more about LinkedIn and its renaissance in another Lunch Crunch. But today I wanted to talk about hashtags and what you can do with them. So I hope that was useful. I know it's the Lunch Crunch. We got to cram a whole educational series into your lunch break. I hope your salad, your chicken Caesar salad that you made with your unseasoned chicken breast that you baked in your oven today was delicious. I'm actually going to go eat lunch. Normally I eat before, but I didn't today, which is maybe why I got the corona. But hopefully this was helpful for you. You learned something. and it can help you push your business just a little bit more forward. Again, I'm going to preach again, 15 minutes a day. Do marketing 15 minutes a day, and your brand will grow. Your business will grow. Okay? Choose something and do it for 15 minutes. I promise you, it's worth it. All right? So that's all for today's Lunch Crunch. Tune in tomorrow where we'll be breaking down something else awesome that I haven't decided yet. So it's going to be a surprise. Adios.